Hello and welcome back to another home renovation vlog in our home renovation series. And this week we are going to be tackling more of the foundation. So last week you saw literally the foundation edge being poured in concrete. This time we are going to be building up the floor, putting in the insulation and having the proper concrete pad put in place. So I'm going to show you a few clips now of what I can see outside. We have had a delivery of stone. Wow, and we have some stone going in. Look at all of this. Wow, so obviously there's the foundation concrete, then the stones go on top, and then the insulation boards go on. And here we have all the stone, literally covering the whole driveway, but we need it. Just for reference, it was about £360. Oh, it is literally so cold. It's about 2 degrees here in the UK. So just this morning, I have gotten rid of what was left of all the bushes and stuff that was in a big massive pile over there where my finger is. So we've put that in our green bins ready to be collected tomorrow because it's bin day tomorrow. So all of that's gone now. And as you can see from up here in the warmth, well, I say warmth, we haven't had the heating on, but yet it's still warm. Anyway, you can see some of the stone that we ordered being barrowed in. It's got to come all the way from the front because the truck couldn't drop it off over there. So there it is. And we're already thinking about what to do with this bathroom. So one of the first things, well, we've got the layout. We think we've got the layout sorted. So let's just have a little bit of bathroom talk. We're going to have a corner shower in this corner here. By the way, it's not a very big bathroom at all. We think we're going to have the hand basin next to it against that wall. We're going to have the toilet over here somewhere. And then we're going to have the heated towel rail over here. So that should be really good configuration without having to knock through into this cupboard. Now the reason why we're not knocking through into this cupboard is because the main chimney breast, which is built of brick, is literally just here. So it's a bit more of a big job to knock through. We could have done a little trick where we'd obviously turned this into the shower and put the door over here and then kind of blocked it in and changed the entrance to that room to over here. But that would have been a lot more expense when we don't actually think we need it. There is only the two of us. So we think a shower room is perfect. We don't need a bath. We haven't got a bath at the moment. So a shower room would be okay. There is an option in the future. If ever we did build on the side of the property and build up, we could have a double fronted bedroom and you could turn this room, subdivide it into an ensuite for the new bedroom, and half of it could be an extended bathroom through this wall, and then you could have the corridor going into the new bedroom just here. So anyway, back to the bathroom. We have been thinking about flooring. We think we have found a floor company that can do the kitchen, the bathroom, the utility, and the hallway, all in the same flooring. So it's a hard floor, and I'll show you that a little bit later when we get back home. There we go. Hi all, we are in an open air shopping centre in the middle of Milton Keynes. We've just been to buy a shower. Have a look round, it's all Christmassy.
With an upside down. Yeah, that's fine for me.
Is it fine?
Yeah,
I like this. Anybody for a boucle rocking chair? Absolutely gorgeous, just look at these. Oh. Isn't it gorgeous? Hi all, it is the next day and look what's gone down. So on top of all that gravel, they've put some insulation boards. So these are thermal insulation boards that go in the floor. As you can see, they've been cut, and then there goes a liner on the top. So that's kind of the stages that we're at the moment. There we go. I'm literally filming from inside today because it's so cold outside. So you can see the, I think they're iron, the little grid cross-section things. They go on top of the black liner, I think, and then when the concrete is poured, it reinforces the concrete. Here we have it. I'm on the site. So here are the girders, and obviously they go on top of the pad, And then when we've ordered the concrete, so the concrete is being poured tomorrow. You can see the toilet pipe sticking up. Well, no, that's the island pipe, and then the toilet pipe is over there. So yes, it's all looking quite good, but just look at the garden. Now you can see why we got rid of absolutely everything. This is all to go in the skip. So yeah, you can see why we had to literally get rid of everything. All the greenery's gone as well. We managed to get rid of all the cuttings that we did. That is a pile of earth to level off the garden when everything's finished. But no, things are looking very, very good. There we go. So all that big pile of stone has now been moved. We've got a couple of bags of sand. I think that's for when more of the bricklaying goes down to make up all the mixture. Right, let's go and have a look. Ooh, look at this. Wow. So it looks like there was a black matting that went down, and then there's a red one on top. I think this forms part of what we call the damp course. And then obviously the builder has brought some more bricks around to start with the wall. Wow. Exciting. I'm actually standing on the pad, and I've just kind of realised that. So the black stuff went down, then the big their Kingspan thermal insulation boards went on, and then this red plastic. So for those of you wondering what the process is, that's the process of the pad. Then the concrete gets poured tomorrow. Right, I am back at home, and I'm in the greenhouse with Mr. Bobo, who is under there, Mr. Bo, and we have Mr. Brian in the basket. Now, Brian's just been hissing at Bo. They are introduced to each other, but Brian is still a little bit wary, and Bo is very interested in Brian. So they've had a little bit of a... But anyway, it's raining. And yes, literally, we're kind of stuck in the greenhouse because Bo came out. I didn't realise that it was just lightly spitting, and then it just kind of poured a little bit. So we're kind of hiding it out in the greenhouse just until it gets a little bit nicer, and then we shall attempt to go back in the house. It's absolutely freezing, but fortunately I do have my coffee over there. So yeah, let's just see how this goes, but it is really, really wet. As you can see, the garden is just wet. But the meadow, to be honest, it's like literally mid-November, and there are still flowers on the meadow, so that is just... There is still flowers on the fuchsia. Oh my goodness, look at that. Still flowers on the summer fuchsia, although it is a hardy winter fuchsia. We have had some frosts over the past couple of nights. So yeah, later we're going to pop to the house, and the concrete pad is being poured today. So that is the excitement for a little bit later on. We may have just bought a sofa. We have actually gone for the Parker from Next. We have gone for loose back, but these are really, really stiff, so we don't expect much squash. Okay, so let's go see some concrete. We were too late to catch the truck pouring it, but oh my goodness, look, we have a slab. Now, it has been raining, so there is some rain on top of it, so it looks a bit like a glass mirror, but look, we have a concrete base. Wow. I call her Concretia Hill. Say hello, Concretia. Wow. Look, we have a pad. That's going to be our floor. Just looking again from inside, from the actual living room window, you can see the size of it and the scale. Yeah, it looks different from different angles, but that is the pad of our extension. So we are now in the utility looking at our meter readings, and I've got a bit of a tale to tell you about these meter readings. So the process is that when you move into a new house, bearing in mind we haven't actually moved in yet, but when you take possession of a new house, the outgoing people, the people before you, basically have to give outgoing meter readings to the electric, gas company, etc., etc. They did do that, and then when we come in, we're supposed to give meter readings to our new supplier. We did this, but then like literally 2 weeks later, we got an interim bill from the previous company, who was technically our supplier for the interim period, for £200. Now, bearing in mind that this house literally has not used any gas whatsoever because it's completely empty, we've not used hot water, we've not used any gas for the boiler to heat the house, so literally no gas has been used. So £200 is a lot. So we kind of phoned up and figured out that we had given incorrect figures. I don't know how it happened, but it was £200 worth of figures off. So it was a lot. So basically we've had to go through a whole palaver of trying to get the meter readings changed again. The current supplier was okay with this, but they've got to send about 3 different photos from 3 different days of the meter reading to the previous company. So I've just taken some photos and it's the 3rd one, so hopefully everything will be sorted. Okay, so back in the living room, let's just open these curtains, let some light in to shine a light on the subject. So, as you know, this window is getting bricked up and we've been talking about where to put plugs and sockets and things. So we think that we're going to leave the 2 sockets here because the sofa's going to go in the middle. We can have 2 end tables. Basically, all of our living room furniture will fit in here. But what I think we are going to do, plug-wise, is maybe change that single one over there to maybe a 4 socket. Also, with this TV aerial here is going to have to be moved because that is the external one that goes to the roof. We think that we're going to leave the socket there, that double. But in terms of radiators, what we think we're going to do, we would like some floor length curtains here. So it would be a shame to block the radiator. Also, this radiator is it's really, really thin. It's not big enough for the room. So what we're going to do is move that radiator, not that one, we're going to buy a new one. We're going to buy a wall mounted one that's tall, that's going to go on that wall there. All the pipes are already here, so it actually means less pipe work on display. And we can have a 3 or a 4 column over there, not column, 3 or 4 like thickness. I know what I mean. I'll pop a photo in the vlog so you can see what I mean. And we think we might have another one exactly the same over here. Now, obviously there is a plug in the way slightly, but because this is being bricked up, we could have it from here to maybe here. Or we could just have a normal low-level one, but a bigger, thicker radiator. We don't really know, but that's the ideas in here for the moment. We're also thinking perhaps of keeping the 2 lights. I know we spoke about maybe having one in the centre, but we're thinking now literally just leave it as 2. Also, we are debating whether or not to leave the door opening the way that it does, because if you remember from the previous vlog, it opens this way. Not only will it save a little bit on cost because we'd have to obviously change the light switch to the other side, but we're thinking if the radiator is now going to be in this corner, you don't want the door opening onto the radiator to block the heat. So we're thinking perhaps maybe we're fortunate that it does open this way. It just means we'll have to get a little stopper so it doesn't open too far out into the room. But that's okay. So that's our little plans and thoughts for the living room. We chose our sofa. Oh my goodness, it's taken so long to choose a sofa. We wanted a corner sofa, but we wanted one with a fixed back. So trying to find a corner sofa to fit the space that we wanted to with a fixed back was almost impossible. So we've actually gone for one with really, really firm scatter cushions at the back. Now scatter cushions, if you follow us on Instagram, we didn't really want scatter cushions. But these are really firm ones, so I'm hoping they won't squash. We have chosen the sofa. Delivery times are quite long in the UK at the moment. I don't know if they're the same wherever you are in the world, but it's about 11 weeks. We were expecting about 16 weeks, so it's still long, but not as long as what we thought it was going to be. So we're probably going to have to call the company and say, can we actually push it back a little bit, because we don't think we're going to be in until maybe March, beginning of April time. I know people have been asking when we think we're going to be in, but there is quite a lot still to be done. Also, we don't even think the kitchen units are going to be delivered until mid-February. And then there's all the associated plaster work, decorating, electrics, moving of boilers. We also think we're going to have a new boiler fitted. So, yeah, it's all going on. It is early and I'm dressed in a Christmas jumper. Can you see my Christmas tree? Isn't that lovely? Yes, so we're both in Christmas jumpers. Matt's getting some petrol. He's fueling up because we're going on a little road trip today. We're going to view another show home about an hour and 45 minutes away from us. So we're going to view a show home. We're also going to shoot our Christmas photos there for our patrons Christmas card. If you're in the $20 a month or over tier, you will be receiving a Christmas card that we are going to be literally shooting today, because the house that we're going to see is apparently done up for Christmas. Christmas tree, Christmas table, everything. So we're looking forward to that. But let me talk to you about an icy blast. So we are experiencing an icy blast. It was so windy last night. Lots of things have blown over. We've seen a few kind of dead wood trees that have blown over on the way. It's actually snowing. You probably can't see because it looks a bit like rain. But yeah, it's actually been snowing this morning. We don't think it's going to stick, so I think we're okay to drive. But anyway, we shall see. It's very, very cold as well.
Angel pose.
I don't know, just leave it and do something. Oh, you doing my little pose from when I was like a 5. I have no idea what it's going to turn out like. Okay, I'm ready.
That's nice.
Kind of a bit backlit. Oh, I'd left it on. Oh, I turned it off. There we go, let's do it again. I'm trying to set the shot up.
Those cushions.
Right. Time to load. Is it using what neutral?
Just put it through.
Can I actually see this? It's my thing. That'll do it. Just at the house, and we just realised because it's been so freezing here that all the water that was on top of the concrete is frozen over, and it's basically formed a bit of a skating rink on our pad. So wow. But yeah, we're also checking because we didn't come yesterday, and there was a storm, so we're just checking that there's no damage to anything, and everything looks okay. This is literally how it was left. Although it could be mistaken for the storm damage, but no, this is how it was left. So everything appears to be okay. And I think underneath that, the pad has actually set. It's just that there's a bit of frozen ice on the surface. And here is the view from above. Bird's eye view. It's now Monday, and literally not a lot can go on today because it's too frosty. You've seen all the bad weather, and look, the builder has literally just scraped all the ice off the pad. So he can't do any more today. It's too cold to lay bricks, so he's just going to spend the time ferrying the bricks around so that he's got them for when the weather slightly improves. But it's now time to end this week's vlog. So better luck tomorrow, we'll try again. So again, thank you so much for watching. So thank you for watching. Please give this video a big old thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and we will see you next time. So mwah to you all, and goodbye.